Titanium Lacrosse assists players in reaching their fullest potential through a holistic approach that develops them as athletes, students, and people. We provide superior training, competitive travel teams, and the best recruiting counsel available. Our goal is to develop student athletes of character and integrity through the sport of lacrosse.
We put our kids through a very structured training camp at the beginning of the year, which is basically to lay the foundation for the way that we want them to play.
Titanium can provide all the offerings. There's really nothing missing on the menu if you want to maximize yourself as a lacrosse player. I think that if lacrosse is fun for you, I think Titanium offers you a great environment, a great culture. Not everybody that comes into Titanium has to aspire to play college lacrosse. You can have fun, you can enjoy the game, you can learn the game. So I think that's one thing. If you're a highly competitive athlete and you've got to go east and you've got to play against the best and you've got to get put on that platform, Titanium not only will take you there and have you on a platform where you will look good, you will have the chance to succeed, but they can prepare you.
I think it just starts from day one. I think my son did it for close to 5 years. He had a good exposure to many different coaches. They all seem to get along very well. They all seem to want and do the right things as far as coaching and teaching the techniques that the kids will need and what's important in lacrosse. And I think they really did go out of their way to take and make sure that every kid got the proper direction for lacrosse.
Our coaching staff is comprised of coaches that have experience coaching at the Division I level, high school coaches that have won multiple state championships, middle school and youth coaches that are very successful. Our infrastructure of full-time employees ensures that all off-field aspects of the Titanium experience exceed expectations. These include answering parent questions in a timely manner, reserving hotel blocks for families at out-of-town tournaments, communicating with our families to make sure everyone is on the same page, and more. When they aren't on the field training our players, Titanium's full-time staff of master instructors spends their time researching and developing the Titanium methodology to make sure that our players receive the best coaching available in the Midwest. This methodology encompasses both field and box lacrosse concepts that are taught at the very highest level of lacrosse.
They can maximize your son or daughter's skill set and make them better teammates on their high school teams. And if they choose to play at the next level, I think they can be helpful bridging that gap, especially if you don't come from a strong high school program.
It's very, very difficult to be seen at a high school level. The odds of you being exposed to the type of college coaches, particularly D1 coaches, is very slim. So the opportunity to be seen is really about exposure, and that's where Titanium came in for both of our boys. Ended up with Division I scholarships for both, Under Armour All-Americans, and ultimately, we have one of our boys is now a national champion.
The elite team, which my son was involved in for a couple years, did extremely well. I think we lost one game in a 2-year period, but we'd go to the East Coast and people would say, who is this Titanium team and where are you guys from? So it was great exposure. The talent on that particular team was fabulous.
Titanium was great about putting him in the right situations at the right time and understanding his potential, his ability, and where he would be a good fit at the next level, regardless of whether it was Division I, II, or III lacrosse. It always felt to us like they had our family and his best interest in mind, and were very realistic about his opportunities.
I think the Titanium experience has truly grown my son's love for the game of lacrosse to the point where he's going to play it in college. Titanium has been such a valuable thing in his life, to be honest with you. It starts with friendships. The friendships that he's made over the summer and just the relationships that he's been able to develop have lasted, and they've really been something that he's cherished, to be honest with you. The other thing is the lacrosse player that he's become over 4 summers is the improvement's been tremendous.
I get a lot of enjoyment out of seeing young players develop. I get a lot of enjoyment out of seeing players achieve goals that they've set for themselves, out of potentially playing at least some part and helping them go on to achieve goals if they want to go and play collegiately, or even if they just want to make their JV lacrosse team or become a starter for their varsity team, or you name it, whatever goals they set out for themselves. I think that there's a lot of satisfaction that our whole Titanium team gets out of helping those players achieve their goals and push themselves to better themselves.